Good morning. How's everyone doing? If there was a little bit of an echo with the audio before, I apologize. I had both our desktop and countdown video going. Let's see, I got Z from NYC in the chat. I see Vicky, Melissa, Mergen, Rebecca, Lenny, Morgan from Cedro Woolley. Good morning. Sunny Survivor. We got Jen in there. I see Jess, Clarita, Texas Chris. Amanda, good morning. Run like a husky. Christy. Damn, so many people. Morgan, thank you very much for that subscription at Tier 1. I gotta stop saying Tier 1. I know it's there when I read it off the screen, but I don't want anyone really subscribing at Tier 2 or 3. I was actually just talking to someone about how Twitch doesn't really do a good job of giving real reasons to subscribe at those levels. And that's actually something that people from Twitch told us like 3 years ago when we had a meeting with them. They were like, yeah, we don't really give people a reason for that, to do that.
I mean, and we could do things like...
Well, it's a little harder now. They used to give you the email addresses at least.
Yes.
For people who subscribed, and now I don't believe they do. So it's harder to do things kind of off platform with subscriptions. Whereas if this was OnlyFans or Patreon or something.
Oh, well, let's switch.
Then that would be possible.
Can you live stream on OnlyFans?
Do whatever you want.
Nope.
Yes, yeah.
I'm not asking if you're allowed to. I'm asking if there's a functionality.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I see people on Twitter always saying, like, join my live stream. We're about to go live. Like, Amaranth does it all the time.
Why don't we just do that? Hold on one second. Got me good.
I see Show is here on YouTube. Linda. We got 30 seconds, Carla Marie.
He wants to be. I'll put one down.
Oh, wait, we got a birthday today? 13 seconds, Carla Marie. 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning and welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. My name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
Oh, hold on. There we go. Good morning.
I'm Carla Marie.
Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show.
Sorry.
You just decided to start with I'm Carla Marie again?
I think I thought that your mic wasn't, I don't know. My mic wasn't on is what I feel like normally happens.
No, your mic is on. My mic is on.
I thought you muted it because of the dog chasing.
No. The dog is fine. I think the show would probably be more exciting if we had a dog just running around the whole time. But there is a lot of stuff we have to talk about today on the show. We are possibly testing out ads for the first time. I need to see if we got approved by Twitch. I don't know if I did it early enough. What?
It just said ad break in progress. So now what?
Oh, I guess we wait now. I'm still trying to figure out how this works. That shouldn't have happened as soon as it did. And I guess I missed the opportunity to snooze it.
So
if you subscribed, I don't believe you're seeing this ad break. Let me know if you have a subscription right now. Nara got one.
But Nara's a Prime sub. Look.
What am I looking at?
She's got a crown. It's a Prime sub.
I don't know. Maybe it didn't register for this week or this month.
Well, we're not going to do anything too crazy right now, so don't worry.
And we only have...
Well, they can't hear us saying that.
That's fine. For the people who are watching us right now, we only have 45 seconds left of this ad break. And what we have to promise Twitch essentially is 3 minutes of ads for every hour that we stream. So It's actually not that bad.
No.
And I think I upped it to like 4 minutes or 3:30 just to make sure that we got over that threshold.
Yeah.
Because it actually makes a big deal for us. I think under 3 minutes for an ad.
Melissa said, why 4 ads? Because we have 4 cats to feed.
Wait, 4 ads in
it's
that?
90 seconds, so it's probably super quick.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll figure this out as we go.
1 per cat.
And obviously YouTube is fine. YouTube isn't getting any of that right now. I need to figure out if YouTube does this as well.
And we're back.
Allegedly, we are back. The ad break thing said that our community is back. Okay.
So we had a lot of people saying no ad, no ad, no ad. Who actually saw the ad?
So one of the things I was learning was because some of these ads are location-based, not everyone gets them. Which is why normally, like if we were gamers, for example, and we were playing hours and hours of League of Legends or something like that, we would be taking our regular break. So we'd throw up like a be right back kind of screen. We would take our break for maybe 4 minutes and then come back. I'm still figuring it out. There's supposed to be a way where we tell it when to run the ads. Because ideally, I would actually do all 3 minutes at once. And the reason it's 3 minutes, I was explaining this while the ad was running, is if you play under 3 minutes of ads, you get a 30-70 split with Twitch, which means we would get 30% of whatever that ad cost. Twitch gets 70%.
For doing what? They're not doing any of the work.
Well, they're the ones who got the clients and built this whole platform that we're using.
Okay.
But if we get over that 3 minute threshold, it's actually a 55% split. We get 55% and they get 45%. So that we're incentivized to play more than 3 minutes.
Well, it's showing us that the next ad runs in 22 and a half minutes. It's wild that it's been 4 years and we've never done this.
Yeah. And then there is an ability for us to snooze it.
Okay.
So it doesn't just like take it and run. But yeah, I got to figure out that first break. That was weird. That was too early.
Yeah.
And I think, you know what they probably did? They looked at how long our shows normally are.
Because that was also after the countdown, which was 6 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out. Like I said, this is the first time that we're doing this. Carla Marie mentioned that a second ago. So we're going to make sure.
Oh, yeah, we're not doing all 3 minutes at once.
No. Well, although I don't know if it's a bad idea if we did.
That's our actual break.
Yeah.
In the middle of the show.
If we took 4 minutes to like rest our brains for a second, you go pee, blow your nose.
We've been talking about actually adding that in.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. And we'll play around with the functionality of this. Right now it says that we have another break in about 20 minutes and we'll figure it out. But what do we have today, Carla Marie? Do you want to go through the list?
Yeah, we're testing out ads today on Twitch. So yeah, bear with us. We have 2 mices here today. Just noticed that. Oh, we're going to talk about karaoke workout. Just wait until you get this pitch. Dating a 24-year-old?
Yep.
Who's that?
Don't worry about it.
Bids for Taylor Swift. And then on Thursday, I'm so excited, we're going to have 2 of the Seahawks dancers in studio to talk about auditions coming up this month and just what it's like to be a Seahawks dancer. So if you know anyone who is remotely good at dancing, have them watch on Thursday.
I can't wait to try out. I could be a Seahawks dancer, dude.
When they called me originally, I was like, they were like, so we have auditions coming up at the end of this month. And I was like, do not ask me to audition. That is not what they asked.
How often do you think they do the Macarena?
Never. And then Carnival of Cocktails is this Saturday. Can't get discount tickets anymore. However, you can get tickets, and it's going to be a good time. So
I would love to figure out a way we can all go to like one booth and take a group shot with everyone that shows up from
Like
this
a photo
community.
or a shot?
Both. A shot of a shot. A picture of a shot.
Yeah.
Picture of a drink, a shot of a shot. First things first, Carla Marie, karaoke workout. Go for it. What do you
Okay.
got?
So for my birthday, to celebrate, Friday night, my friends and I all went to karaoke. We had a 3-hour set.
Arguably too long.
Yes. Now, but I will say you need at least 15 minutes to like order your drinks and like get situated. So
Yeah.
the 2 hours is too short.
I think 2 hours is fine. You can show up 15 minutes early and go to the bar.
By the time I got there, I was feeling great. So I was ready to perform. Okay? That's why my leg is so sore today and I'm limping. But besides from that, there was, I don't know, 10, 11 of us.
Something like that, yeah.
But our friend Steve from the Roosevelts, go big or go home guy, got a 40-person karaoke room.
Which actually, I don't know how 40 people would have fit in that room. It would have been very cramped. But it was a good size for us. We probably could have fit like 5 more people comfortably.
Yeah.
But it was great to have the room because we've done karaoke rooms in the past that are much smaller for like 6 to 10 people. And they are a little
standing
cramped.
on each other.
Yeah.
This like gave you were able to have stage presence.
I mean, there was an actual stage.
There was an actual stage. It had lights on the bottom of it like this. It was, I'm telling you, I need to go back and watch more of the videos because it was just so much fun. So after I'd say like the first minute of the first song that I performed with whoever I was with, I was like, I am out of breath. And I think it may have been Madison because then we're like, how does Taylor do it? Like, no joke. This woman is singing and moving for 4 hours. How does she do it? So the next 3 hours just kept, the question was, how does she do it? How does anyone do it? I woke up on Saturday so sore. My abs were sore. I didn't do ab workouts and I don't know how long.
Well, you're using your diaphragm to sing.
So, and I kept saying this during karaoke that on like a Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. when no one's here celebrating, because the place is called Rock Box. You each get your own room.
Yeah.
It's very much a thing you do at night and get drunk and do. And I kept saying to my friend Megan, why don't we come here at like 3 p.m. on a Wednesday and just do the Eras tour?
You could. It'll take you 3 hours.
And 4 almost.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, that would be so fun.
You could alternate songs.
Yes. But here's my thing now. You know how we've talked about the salad place we want to open up?
Yeah.
Something else we're going to open up. We're creating the CMA strip mall.
Yeah.
We're going to put a
Big corporation.
karaoke workout in there. So it's like the drumming place.
Yeah.
But you do workout things while performing. We'll get you a Britney mic so you can use your hands.
This actually could be a class.
And I was like, we'll have weighted guitars. I was talking about this drunk with them. I was like, weighted guitars, not real ones, but like they're just like weights, and you gotta like, and then your mic is super heavy, so that's your.
You wouldn't even have to do that.
Why?
You turn it into, because those are all good ideas, but I feel like it's gonna get expensive, right? When you're trying to build.
Not really.
All those things out. Here's an easier, more cost-effective way to get that off the ground, Carla.
How?
It's a group class, right? And in the beginning of class, people who want to sing can sign up and you alternate, right? They like tag in and tag out. Everyone else is basically doing like a glorified Zumba class as backup dancers.
Yeah.
And the instructor is taking you through the moves to be the backup dancers to the people or person singing in class. And I actually think that might be a good workout class.
So Meg said spin class with karaoke. That's another option. I think it's going to be like a True Fusion where you have all these different rooms. So True Fusion, I believe, it's in Washington and a few other states.
Oh, I don't know where else it is.
And it's huge, and they have all of these workout rooms, and they're all heated. Maybe we don't need to go heated and singing.
Why not? Taylor Swift had to perform in Brazil in like 113-degree weather, didn't she?
People died there.
Yeah.
So. But like, imagine kickboxing and being like, doing like Papa Roach or something.
But you could do anyway without the mic, right? I think you got to make it like a real stage thing. Have stage presence, have like lights and maybe some graphics in the background, like it would be your video screen on stage.
Fred the Mailman's called it karaoke.
I like it.
I'm dead ass about this. So this is gonna like push me to finally finish my CPT and certified personal trainer.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna open this up.
Okay, you have to learn how to like sing and perform though.
No, I don't have to. People will.
Yeah, but you have to take people through the motions, right? Like if you're doing a boxing class,
That's
you
what
need
you're
to
there
know
for.
boxing.
You're gonna be my donkey.
I will do it if I get 51% ownership.
This is not Shark Tank.
Then I'm out.
Okay.
And for that reason, I'm out.
And when it takes off and it's a franchise across America,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen?
I don't know. It's a
We
good
can
question.
even have like bands come and perform live, and you have to sing with the band.
You could. There are places that do karaoke with a live band.
There's a lot
Not
of
with,
emo
like-
ones that do that.
Yeah. Not. I mean, there's all different types.
I know, but a lot of emo ones do that.
Yep.
Scream. What do they call it? Screamioke or something?
Emoki.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I've seen it. But when I tell you, out of all the ideas that we've had, the drive-through salad place, whatever, like this is one I'm legit. I want to do. Even if I just go to Rockbox and be like, hey, I'm going to take your 40-person room and we're going to do Pilates in here and sing.
Here's the problem with a place like Rockbox and most places that are legit karaoke places. Like if you go to K-Town in New York, there's a bunch of them. The quality of the equipment kind of stinks. Like if we're gonna do this, I want good mics. I want people to sound good. I want in-ear monitors.
Orange Theory and Berries, they actually do have great sound systems.
Okay, then we'll.
So
what if we reached out to Orange Theory?
They would do it. I think they would let me.
But where would we build the stage?
Oh well, we're gonna start with no stage.
That's
Just one person like that's on the tread singing. They got the headset.
I have a feeling you're turning this into. You just want people to come watch you do karaoke while they work out.
No, because I'm not going to be able to get through a single song.
That's
singing.
true. It was fun though. 3 hours was probably a little too long. I think by the 2.5 hour mark, everyone was like,
yeah, but then we picked it up.
Toast.
Again. We were good.
Yeah, once they threw the countdown timer on, everyone had like a second
mad
wind,
dash.
if you will.
It was so much fun.
But I think this would be good in the strip mall, right? You have like your
Salads.
your salad place. You have that, and then what else?
Something else.
I think there was a third investment, and I know Lisa mentioned we need a EMH investment fund.
I would love it.
Like everyone pools their money together, gets a certain percentage of the business.
Jen and Lisa can open for Old Times Bacon there, so you can like get a salad and a cookie after class.
Hey, it's all about balance, right? Life is all about balance. But speaking of Taylor Swift, because you mentioned you were.
Oh.
No, I guess.
I was gonna say we could put a cute little post office in there, and Fred could work there.
But Fred doesn't work in the post office.
But he will when he retires to work.
I'm sure that's what he wants to do when he retires. He just wants to go back to the exact same industry. So you mentioned how you were in awe of Taylor Swift and how she was able to kind of hold her breath, not hold her breath, but keep her breath the whole time and perform and sing and all of that. Because she's like on a treadmill at some point, right? Isn't she like running at some point during the show? Or doing something incredible?
Need to go to the Eras Tour.
I don't need to go to the Eras Tour, but why don't you just explain what you saw?
First of all, you do need to go to the Eras Tour.
I saw it in theater. Same thing.
She's not running on a treadmill.
Just explain how.
The thing was that she was running to train for the Eras Tour
that's
on the
what it was.
treadmill.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Carla Marie. I didn't need you need to go to the Eras Tour.
Wow. So we got Sassy Anthony today again.
Because I got sassy Carla Marie. I'm sorry that I held down the fort here while you went and gallivanted around Los Angeles to go see Taylor Swift.
First of all, I didn't miss a single show.
Whatever.
I was gone for 8 hours, and 4 of it was the Eras Tour.
Okay, anyway. Have you seen the drama behind her shows in Singapore?
No.
Okay. It came out that apparently the government of Singapore paid for the exclusive rights to get Taylor Swift in Southeast Asia. So she is not doing any other shows
It's smart.
in Southeast Asia. She's doing, I believe, 6 shows.
And she has a lot in Singapore.
And, well, that's why. Is because the goal is basically to bring everyone from Southeast Asia to Singapore to see Taylor Swift.
It's smart
It's
as a
smart.
city.
And there have been 2 different reports. Some reports, I don't know if it was the prime minister or someone, maybe the person who heads up their tourism, said they're paying her $3 million per show just to get the rights so that she does
On top of ticket sales.
on top of what she makes normally with merch and ticket sales.
That's insane.
The other report is that they paid her $2 million up front for all the shows. So somewhere between $2 and $18 million.
That's quite the range.
It's a range, but here's the interesting thing. It's expected that Taylor Swift is going to bring in about $500 million in terms of tourism, like with hotels, flights, food, all of that stuff. So it is a good investment.
And then you get people who want to come back.
Maybe.
To your city.
But here's the problem. Are we going to get to a point where artists like Taylor, like Beyonce, it's got to be a top tier A++ artist. Are they going to end up getting into like bidding wars like the Olympics?
Probably.
Where one or two countries.
They probably have.
But I don't. Is that a good way for our countries, our governments, to be spending millions of dollars? Because you can say, oh, well, it'll bring in money for tourism. What?
Look at the show.
Oh, I froze. Let me go back to this camera. Okay. It's all right. We'll reset that camera in a second. There we go. Is that a good way for our governments to be spending their money?
It is not.
No, but it could and it could not be. Right? If your government's spending money to bring in a show like Taylor's, right? I would argue that that's better than spending the millions and millions or even billions to bring in the Olympics. Because at least with Taylor, she's going to...
But it's crazy because, like, that's tax dollars.
They're all tax dollars. Yeah. But at least with Taylor, they are going to bring her in. She's going to do a show at a place that already exists.
Yeah, they don't need to build an entire stadium. With
most countries outside of America, really.
I mean, we still build things, though, for the Olympics.
Yeah, but we have, like, we built the Coliseum in LA back in the 20s or whatever, and it's still being used by USC and a bunch of other places, or a bunch of other organizations. If you go to Brazil, for example, most of the stuff that they built for the Olympics is now just in ruins. Yeah. If you go to China, a lot of the stuff they built for the Olympics is in ruins.
Shaky.
So I guess it's better to be bidding on Beyonce or Taylor or whoever else reaches that level over something like the Olympics, because you already have the infrastructure for it, right?
I mean, yeah. But I think it was only, I know there were a lot of calculations of how much Taylor was bringing in per city for local economy, but also Beyonce, like you said. Mm-hmm. What those two women did last summer, it wasn't just a joke when you saw those memes saying that the two of them were single-handedly
they helped a lot.
The economy.
Yeah.
And with Barbie and Abba, like getting people in the movies, people buying clothes, going out to dinner before the movies. Mm. And then downtown Seattle, like, unless there's a game, no one's going to those bars and restaurants.
Yeah.
So not only did you get...
Or if there's Seattle Cocktail Week.
No, but I mean, like, literally the ones surrounding the stadium.
I know what you mean.
Like, I don't think Elysian Brewing's a part of Seattle Cocktail Week. And if they are, I'm mad at them because that guy made fun of me once. So we'll get to that at another point. But not only did you have everyone going to the Eras Tour, you had everyone just standing outside of the Eras Tour, also supporting those businesses. So I get it.
I do as well. But is it the responsibility of the government to bring in Taylor Swift? Also, it was kind of shady for Singapore to be like, yeah, you could come here, but you can't go anywhere else.
Well, that's called...
I guess it was the prime minister or someone of the Philippines came out and was like, but we have a good relationship with Singapore, and they cut us out of bringing Taylor to our country.
Yeah, that does suck.
It's kind of messed up.
And it sucks for the people that can't afford to travel.
Yeah.
And want to go. And it's like, well, why didn't Taylor come to my country? Well, because someone paid her extra money not to.
But also, it makes Taylor's life much easier.
Well, yeah.
Right? You stay in Singapore for a week as opposed to going from Singapore to the Philippines to wherever else.
I don't know.
Just very interesting.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting. Your girl is creating international drama. What if World War III broke out because companies or countries were arguing over who was going to get Taylor Swift?
She would solve it.
By doing what?
Telling everybody to sit down, calm down.
You need to calm down.
Listen, she's a savvy businesswoman.
I mean, she is. I'm not blaming her for making the money. If the country is going to offer it,
you have to stop shaking the table.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No, but it's shaking. It's not just the table. It's moving.
I can't do it. I move a lot.
Stop. Put your hands. Sit on them. You make fun of me. You make fun of me. You're literally in here creating an earthquake.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a break for about a minute and a half because I can run this ad early. It allows me to do that.
Well, I'm going to pee.
So Carla Marie, go pee. I'm going to figure out how we do this. So I hit this button, and then I hit that. There we go. Ad break has ended. My camera's working. Carla Marie is on her way back. She trips down the walkway, down the catwalk, if you will. You good, Carla Marie?
Yep.
How you feeling? So we probably need a longer break than a minute and a half for you to go pee.
Well, it ran out of toilet paper at the bathroom, so I had to replace it.
Still.
So I'd be fine.
That's what I got to figure out. How do we say, like, okay, instead of doing a minute and 30 seconds here, here, and here, why don't we just do 3 minutes up front and then, like, another 1:30 somewhere? But it'll be interesting to see how this all works out at the end of the month. We're going to do this every show this month, and hopefully we'll fine-tune it a little bit so it makes a little more sense.
What if we become millionaires because of this?
Then we continue doing it. I don't know what else.
Ooh, something happened on Twitch.
What do you mean?
There's things exploding everywhere.
Oh, let's see. What do we got? We got a subscription. That could be it.
It did a lot of things. I feel like I don't normally get to see that screen.
Yeah, normally we're not on this. Normally we have OBS here, but because we have the ads, I need that screen up there as well. Anyway, moving on. We got testing ads out of the way. Karaoke workout, we did that. Bids for Taylor Swift. Now, we do have our phone lines open for this.
We did.
Okay.
This?
I know.
Oh, I got really confused.
We're going to get into dating a 24-year-old.
Oh.
Okay, so now my first question to you, Carla Marie, is obviously, hypothetically, we're not dating in this scenario.
Okay.
How would you feel if I, in my late 30s, dated a 24-year-old? Do you think there would be like real hope there? Would I be a creep? Like, what is it? What is this all about? How do you feel?
I'm trying to think. So that math would probably be 14 to 15 years different. I think it's whether you're a guy or a girl in your late 30s dating a 24-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's the creepy part. I think it's that's almost like 2 lifetimes apart.
Okay.
When my parents started dating, they were 8 years apart, and my mom was in her early 30s, maybe late 20s. And I feel like that's so different than your early 20s. Like,
of course, yeah.
For lack of a better way to explain this, you're a complete idiot when you're 24. You know absolutely nothing.
Okay.
I will say that as a former 24-year-old, who when I look back, I'm like, what were you doing? Like, you're a baby. You're dumb. That's it.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Okay.
You think you know everything, but you actually don't.
Okay.
And you could say the same thing about being 30 or whatever, but really 24 is bad. And I think that as a 38-year-old man, that's probably the equivalent of a 30-year-old woman, brain-wise.
Maybe. Sure. Whatever you say.
It's still, like, yeah, it's creepy, but creepy aside, I think it's just like, what are you talking about when you're hanging out?
I'm glad you brought that up because your girl, Kristen Cavallari,
Oh, yeah.
is dating. She
I
went
know.
on Instagram and
He's
posted
so hot.
her 24-year-old boyfriend.
Yep.
And it's interesting because there's a lot of people like you, Carla.
Yeah,
There's like, oh yeah, well he's hot, blah blah blah.
Right.
Of course, it makes sense. She's hot. He's hot.
He's so hot. He's so
And
hot.
that-
I creeped his page. He's so hot.
And that could be very true. Okay. But I feel like who's a 37, 38-year-old act like
Well, think like Leo. He's not that age anymore.
yeah, well, but Leo does it like all the time. He's in a whole different league. Because
But he
Leo's
did-
in his late 40s at this point.
I think he might be 50.
Um,
But he was doing it when he was in 38.
Yeah.
Dating 24-year-olds.
Let's see, 38 or 37-year-old, because she's 37.
Hey, if you're just doing it because it's fun, even if you're a guy dating a 24-year-old, it's just creepier. I don't know why. It is. I don't have an answer. But
37-year-olds. Okay, Michael B. Jordan. Because Kristen Cavallari is attractive in her own right?
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, very attractive dude. If he was out there dating 24-year-olds and
Yeah,
she
honestly,
also,
I don't think people would give him crap.
I think they absolutely would. I think they absolutely would. Because he would get the Leo treatment.
I don't know.
Especially because she came out and said something like, what, are you going to arrest me? Or so, she said something super weird.
She does say things.
That if
sometimes
a
would
guy
say.
said that would be so weird. If Michael B. Jordan
yeah.
came out and was like, yeah, this is my 24-year-old
Vicky's
girlfriend.
right.
What are you going to do, arrest me? What?
Thank you, Vicky. Bradley Cooper and Gigi Hadid are 20 years apart.
And that's weird.
21 years apart.
And I think that's a little weird. And I think it's weirder when you're a celebrity because, like, essentially you've got the world at your fingertips, right? Like, you can reach out. When you're a celebrity, like, everyone's an option for you.
I agree.
When
but
you're an attractive celebrity.
I also think that when you're a celebrity, your dating pool is almost less because you can't date normies.
But
I
what
think
is this guy?
I think he's a normal, just a hot dude.
Yeah. And that's like Leo dates. I mean, they're models, but they're not like well-known models oftentimes. They're
Yeah, she hard launched them the other day, and I was like, "Who is this man?"
yeah. Go to her post.
because I follow her, so it was before even like the world went nuts.
What?
Like I saw her post before there were articles about it.
Okay. So go to her page and read her post. Because I only saw one picture of him with a backwards hat. It looks like a good-looking, like, frat dude, basically.
Oh my God, he had like 800 followers the other day, and I've got 90,000. Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay, so what does he do? What's his deal? Is he
It's
a
a
farmer?
lifestyle. Check out Volume 1.
Okay, that was his caption, clearly.
Life is amazing. It is what it should be. He's big in Snapchat, apparently, so you know he's a babe.
Okay, so go back.
I don't know. He doesn't do anything.
Go back to Kristen Cavallari's post.
Oh, he's playing high school football, it looks like. It says his high school.
Let me see.
Uptown Butte. That might have been high school football
Well, it was 2021. If he's 24 now,
3 years ago.
probably
Or
not.
college.
No, it looks
Oh.
like it's a...
Oh, Lenny's 13 years older than his wife. Hey, can you pull up his Instagram on the here so we can all...
I can, but I need
If
you to
this
go
was-
through her Instagram and tell me what her post was, her
Oh,
caption
what it
was.
said. He makes me happy with the heart.
Well, there was something I saw where she like, or maybe it was in the comments.
It's
She was like
definitely in the
clapping,
comments, 'cause
clapping
she
back at
does that.
people. What's his Instagram handle? Carla Marie. What's his Instagram handle?
Oh, Mark Estes.
Mark with a K?
Yep.
Spell Estes?
ESTES_1. Someone commented, this is the best comment. If you were Kristen Cavallari, you built an empire, you had the children, you did the marriage, you're screaming hot, and you're financially independent. Why on earth would you muddy the waters with the baggage that inevitably comes with a man over 35?
Maybe. You can say the same
You
thing
could.
about women, though.
You could. It's so true, though.
All right, let me see if I can get this on the screen quickly.
Okay, wait, so she doesn't post photos of her kids, their faces, ever?
Okay.
Someone wrote, she's finally posting pics of her kids.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay, Instagram, here we go. So if I put this page, nope.
Oh.
Bam, there we go. So this is his Instagram. And he's a very good-looking guy. I'm not trying to
So
say he's
hot.
not good-looking. There's no hate there. But yeah, so it looks like he went to Montana Tech. Is that a high school or a college?
Someone said his snap is in his bio. That's all we needed to know. And then put the red flag emoji.
I got to log in to see this, and I'm doing that right now. But yeah, I mean, college football player. I guess, Montana Tech. It looked like what you saw with him in his high school pictures was just him
College?
like recapping it, I guess. And I guess my question to someone like Lenny, who said, there's 13 years between him and his wife, is, I'm not even on the camera now, how much crap do you get if you're in relationships like that? Like, I know that my grandparents, and keep in mind, this is generations ago in Palestine when they got married. My grandfather was 18 years older than my grandmother, but it was also his second marriage. She was,
that is crazy.
you know,
but how old were they when they?
She was, I mean, she must have been, if it was his second marriage, she was probably 22 or 23.
And he didn't have kids in the first marriage.
No.
And your grandpa, I mean, we now know he was Jesus. He was a carpenter in Palestine.
Yeah.
So she was probably like, I'm going to marry Jesus.
Maybe.
I don't care how old he is.
She was a very religious person. If it wasn't for marrying my grandfather, my grandmother would have most likely gone to be a nun. She was like signed up for the monastery.
And then Jesus came in and said,
then,
where I'm going to eat.
And then my grandfather came in, and I'm sure for a couple of chickens or whatever the deal was, her dad, my great-grandfather, probably said, you can have my daughter. Something like that. I don't know. I'm sure that was the deal back in the day. It was, you gotta think, this was 19... They probably got married because I think by the time they were evicted from their homes in Palestine and they moved to Jordan, I think they had been married for 2.5 to 3 years, maybe.
Okay.
So that was 1948. So they got married around 1945. That's still when you were selling daughters for chickens.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
It was still when you were making,
Maybe,
especially
maybe
overseas.
Maybe there, yeah.
Especially overseas, where like it was a family decision.
We had TV dinners here by then.
But by 45? No way.
The
microwave wasn't invented by
the way,
then.
in my head, that's how I think. I'm like, did TV dinners exist?
Linda's saying, no, it's okay for men to do it, not women. And I'm assuming it's talking about the age difference. I'm trying to see if it's, I don't know, especially in the celebrity world with Kristen Cavallari, like, is it ever going to be acceptable? Or do you just realize when you're a celebrity that everything you do is going to be scrutinized?
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And like maybe her thing is football players, right? Like she married Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
How long? They were married for a while.
Yeah. But he was always such a douche.
It seemed like both of them.
They're both douches. I love her, but she's.
But it seems like both of them just don't care about talking to people in media. And that's why they get labeled as being douches.
No, but if you watch the show.
Oh, was he a douche to her?
He's just a pain in the ass.
That's also a reality show.
Just to clarify, TV dinners were invented in 1953.
Okay. I was going to say. Because TV dinners really came along with the microwave, right?
Yeah. I guess.
When was the microwave invented? When
I
did the Jetsons give us the microwave?
I should know this because I did a whole report on it in 1945.
Oh, the microwave. Okay. And then it had to be adopted by, middle America at some point.
Mm-hmm. The first commercial microwave, 1967.
Oh, TV dinners were cooked in the oven originally back in the day. I did not know that. Thank you, Linda, on YouTube. I always equated TV dinners with the microwave, right? Like you peel off the plastic, and you have your plastic tin and your little fork.
And your cosmic brownie.
Oh my God, those things. That was the TV dinner with a penguin on it. Yeah.
We were just talking about the corn. So nutritious.
Who made that one?
Swanson. I think it was the kid version.
Oh man, that brownie was delicious.
Anyway, so we went from Kristen Cavallari to TV dinners because your grandpa bought your grandma for TV dinners?
Kid cuisine.
Kid cuisine.
Oh, they're still made.
Oh my God, do you want to get some?
I don't know. That brownie does look good, and they got the mac and cheese in there.
But like, why are we giving kids corn?
What do you mean?
Every day? Isn't corn not nutritious? We just have it in America.
It's not bad for you.
But we just have it because it's...
We have a lot of corn in America. Most of the middle states are out there making corn.
Can I see the nutrition facts on that bad boy?
Sure, yeah. Here, let's put this on the screen too.
We love Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer, if you would like
Here are the nutritional facts, Carla Marie. One meal. So thankfully, this isn't one of those things where they split one tray into 2 serving sizes. So serving size is 1 packet, 450 calories.
That's good.
It's fine for.
But what is the kid supposed to eat?
I don't know. Whatever they want. Total fat 18 grams. The trans fats they got 0% trans fats.
I want to know what it was in the 90s though.
A lot of sodium.
A lot. Well, no, 20 is not that bad.
Look, 51% of your...
Oh, I was looking at cholesterol. That's a lot of sodium. Holy hell.
14 grams of protein. Also not bad.
Added sugar. It's that brownie.
It's probably a lot of the flavor comes from just added sugar. All right. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world.
I mean, any pre-packaged meal is going to have a lot of sodium.
Exactly. Now, is it...
Should you eat that every day?
Probably not. But
You're not on the thing.
Yeah, no, I got to fix the camera, but I'll just go back to here now. Notice I fixed my other camera too while you were gone.
I know, I heard you. I think that we should go get some.
Okay, I'll try that kid cuisine.
We have the adult cuisine called Factor, and it's...
Well, it's actually very
way
good.
better.
Only here's the thing though.
And Factor doesn't come with a dessert. I got to talk to them.
Kid cuisine, $2.99.
Boom, done.
Right? This is where I understand if you say, okay, well, I got to feed 4 kids every day. I'm busy, blah, blah, blah. It makes sense. Or every now and then be like, all right, you're all eating kid cuisine. Yeah. Did we figure out who makes this stuff?
Nara said she wasn't allowed to eat them growing up. You met Nara's mom. Would she give her child kid cuisine, you think?
Doesn't strike me as someone who would. She was wonderful, by the way. That was like a highlight of my day was talking to Nara's mom. It is made by Conagra Foods. We just found out that we know someone who does the social media buying for Conagra Foods, and we can maybe get them to send us a bunch.
That's why that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, maybe we could get some sent to us, even though it's all, like I said, only $2.99 at Fred Meyer. So, is it Fred Meyer's? Is it plural?
Fred Meyer.
Oh, I said it right. Okay. See, this is the life I live. I'm never fully confident because Carla Marie makes fun of me for everything. Let me close out all of these screens. Bring this one back up. There we go.
We should have those and Lunchables.
I don't know how we talked about Kristen Cavallari, my grandfather. Is it Cavallari or Cavallari? Cavallari. My grandparents and kid cuisine all in the same time. And Jesus. But
AKA that was your grandpa. Your grandpa is
there with my grandfather. Yeah.
What?
What?
DJ Synth said, fun fact, the Lumberjack Slam at Denny's has 182% of your daily sodium. What did we have at Denny's?
We had the Choco Banana Pancakes. That meal is, I think, a 3-stack of pancakes with chocolate chips and bananas. Delicious. And then it came with 2 eggs, prepared how you want, hash browns or home fries. Mm-hmm. I don't really know what the difference is between the two of them.
Yes, you do.
Which one's which?
Hash browns are shredded.
Okay,
home fries are normally something like there. It'll be like cubed potatoes with maybe like peppers and onions.
Okay. I went with the hash brown.
Yes.
Hash browns.
We got hash brown.
And then what else was there? There was, and then either 2 sausage links or 2 strips of bacon. I went with bacon.
I think we probably had our sodium there.
I want to do a quick poll, actually. In the chat, you are given only 2 options. If you're vegan or vegetarian, this does not apply to you. You are given only 2 options. Sausage for the rest of your life or bacon.
Come on.
Because I have a theory that you can't trust anyone who picks sausage in that scenario.
Well, why would you say it before people say it?
Because there you go, sausage. Becky from Miami, don't trust you.
I have sausage for breakfast all the time. I pre-make it and heat it.
I'm not a sausage fan. Let's see. Fred the Mailman says, Tones says Conagra different. I've always said, wait, Conagra? Is it Conagra or Conagra?
You said Conagra. I say Conagra as well.
We'll reach out to our friend and we'll find out the correct pronunciation. Well, a lot of sausage fans here, and that's a weird thing to say. A lot of people who would rather have sausage over bacon in the chat.
And I know it's healthier for you, but turkey bacon is disgusting.
It's actually not. It's not that much healthier for you.
There's that whole thing about
because
that's why I don't eat turkey ground beef because it's not good.
Turkey ground beef is different.
No, it's like gray.
Turkey ground beef is not terrible for you. And I'm not saying that turkey bacon is bad. The problem with a product like turkey bacon is that's not how turkey comes out. So it is ultra processed. There's coloring in it to make it look and feel like bacon.
But that's also not how cows come out. Ground beef.
No, ground beef is actually not super processed. And ground turkey is not super processed. I think you're mixing them up.
What did you say?
I was talking about turkey. You mentioned turkey bacon first.
Yes.
Turkey bacon, to look the way it is, to be packaged the way it is highly processed. Mm-hmm. Whereas a ground beef, ground turkey, it's just ground up. That's fine.
This is, I think, the year that I become vegetarian.
Go for it.
Because lately, like when I'm like cooking the meat, sometimes it's like gross
You're
to me.
cooking in the meat?
No, cooking the meat.
Oh.
But if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna live off the land. I'm gonna have to pump up that garden and get a fish pond. I can't kill those fish. Am I kidding? I'll cry. I can't do it anymore. I saw a squished squirrel on our street or rat. I can't tell because it was squished, and I was so sad about it. So sad.
All right.
Then the next day, I saw a crow picking it up, squished, and I was like, okay,
Circle of life.
Circle of life. I felt a little bit better about it, but I was like, I don't need to circle of life. My people, we just lived off the land.
What's your people?
Cavemen.
Italians? Well, that's all of our people.
Well, Italians, we just look at all these centenarians.
Yeah.
They're not killing cows. They're just walking up hills, drinking wine and eating beans or whatever they eat in that town.
I mean, they eat meat.
No. Go watch the show.
Okay. I do want to go back to the bacon versus sausage thing. A lot of people in the chat are saying they would prefer. We should have done an actual poll because I feel like it's almost 50-50. But there was a good point that was brought up by DJ Synth and a couple other people. What type of bacon? I'm talking like breakfast links.
He said what type of sausage?
Sausage. I'm talking like breakfast links of sausage.
Am I giving up my Italian sausage to get bacon? Because
you gave up your Italian sausage for me. Yeah, I'm just
in your scenario.
I'm talking like breakfast sausage.
So when you ask the question,
yeah,
bacon or sausage, that's it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I need to know now because I'm not giving up all sausage for bacon. I don't care about it that much.
Because chorizo is very good.
A good sausage and peppers from
that's
an Italian
also very
feast.
good. Yeah, I'm going with whatever American breakfast sausage is. Those little thin ones. Those don't look appetizing to me. I always pass on that.
So good.
I pass on grass. I'm a bacon guy. In the morning,
how often are you making bacon?
I used to bake it all the time.
When was the last time you made bacon? Give me years.
Probably a couple months ago.
This is such a stupid thing to debate, but you did make bacon a couple months.
Right, because if you don't eat it in front of Carla Marie, it's never happened. That's right. Get out of here with that nonsense.
You 100%.
I have. I've made bacon. Whether or not you were there to witness it is irrelevant. Oh, man.
Lie.
Why would I lie about that? Why would I lie about making bacon?
That's why I'm wondering.
You have serious problems, Carla Marie. You have serious.
Oh my God, my abs are still sore from singing.
You know what? Go take a break because
No.
we have one
Where
more
am I
break.
going?
Well, just go away. Honestly,
You did not.
I don't know what I've got to do. We're gonna take our last break of the day. It's gonna be 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Wait, that's 3 times then.
Yeah, I needed to make sure we got over the threshold, and we'll go from there. So here's the first button, and here is 3, 2, and. All right. We are back. Look at that. That was actually pretty simple. I know we kind of messed up in the beginning where the ad just like
Well, we were not prepared.
We weren't prepared for it, but I feel like it's actually nice to have a little bit of a break. If you need to go to the bathroom, you're not going to miss anything.
Let's not make full decisions after a week to see how we feel.
Well, Claire asked a question. She said, dude, where are you going there, Carla Marie? You're just going to go search for sausage?
I was actually looking for classes question. Claire's question.
What just happened to your brain? There it was. Do you make the same money for ads if most everyone is subbed versus not having subs?
We don't know.
We have no idea. The reason that we're doing this for the month of March is March gives us more work days than any other month in the year.
Ew.
Yeah. It's a fun fact. I think there's 2, March and something else. But either way, March usually gives people the most amount of work days in the month, which gives us the most opportunities to have a show and to run these ads and to see how this works for us on a full month with the data from a full month, right? I don't want to make the decision after a show or a week because we don't know how that's going to play out. So we're going to, and we'll be super transparent with everything. We'll go through all the numbers in April, and we'll figure out if this is worth it. If running ads on here makes sense, whether, our goal at the end of the day is to not have to rely on you essentially to pay us every day. If you'd like to, trust me, we'll take it. It's great, but we don't want people to feel like it is necessary to keep the show going. We'd like to see what it looks like from an ad-based model, and that way we can go from there. If you have gifted subs though, or not gifted subs, Prime subs, you're already paying for Amazon Prime. You may as well just siphon off a little bit of that for us.
Well, it's not even any. There is no siphoning off. It's not like you're paying any of your money.
No, it's whatever you're paying to Amazon. They then give us $2.50 per month.
Scotty said, can you have multiple screens for us people that subscribe? So we have variety. So I'm wondering.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
We could have the chat up on there. So if you're not getting the ad, you're getting a full chat.
I bet they can still see the chat.
And we can also do what we used to do basically on the radio was, if we took a break, we just took a break and we turned the mics off.
Yeah, you could still see us.
Yeah. We could figure that out. I can create a new kind of like...
We have a kitten cam at home and we go to that.
Like we could.
Could we?
If it was set up and they were there, we'd have
to stream that somewhere else, right? To pull that in?
Yeah. But there are a lot of other options. There's also an option if we have... So 1 minute and 30 is kind of too short to do anything with. But there are games that people can play in the chat while we're on stream. Like there's a way to play. There's actually a plugin where you can play, the Nokia Snake game?
Yeah.
You can play that, but the way that it works is with emotes. So the chat puts in an emote, and the snake goes to the emote and eats it and goes around. But again, those are all things that I have to see if I can implement with a slightly longer ad break.
Ooh, Lenny said, if we send bits, can you make whatever camera you have feed the cat's treats?
I guarantee you.
Furbo has that.
I guarantee you we can, because I know there's a guy, his name is Nutty, on Twitch and on YouTube. He does a bunch of tutorials, and he was able to use a platform. It took a bunch of steps. He was able to use a platform that allowed people to screenshot, I believe every time someone subbed or gave bits or whatever, it printed out on like one of those thermal printers, like a receipt printer, the subscription, almost like a ticket number. So in front of him, he would get a little printout that would say, Lenny from Queens has subbed for 36 months or whatever it is. So there is a way to manipulate Wi-Fi enabled products with Twitch.
So Lenny could feed the cat's treats.
Yeah. Theoretically, he could.
All right, but we have to control that because John will eat everything.
Well, John's going to be a very big cat if we make a lot of money. There was something I was thinking about doing with bits, and I don't want to spoil the idea. Maybe I'll just start working on it today and see how fast I can get it done.
Oh, Sarah said, I'm in Indiana. Haven't seen an ad yet today. But you, Sarah, are
you subscribed?
Yeah. So I wonder.
Maybe they don't go to subs. And that's fine.
No, she's a 29-month subscriber.
I'm saying maybe they don't
go to subs, but some people were saying I have an Amazon Prime sub, but we don't know what's happening. Lenny said, I know Turtle and Chill lets subs change the camera view or feed the turtles.
Yeah. A lot of that is done with a program or an app called streamer.bot. And it allows you to connect YouTube and Twitch to this service, and then it allows you to manipulate a lot of things. Like when we used to have the hype train, like, what's it called? Progress bar?
Yes.
That was through something that Nutty, the guy that I talked about, made for streamer.bot. And listen, it gets to a point where you're just connecting all of these different services. And the only problem with adding more and more layers to that is it makes it harder to troubleshoot when something goes wrong, because now you're going through all of these, you're either going through all of these different layers to figure out what went wrong, or if something at the bottom level goes wrong, it ruins everything else.
So would people on YouTube be able to feed the cats?
Through StreamerBot, it is very possible. I'll be honest, I haven't looked into all the different ways to monetize or like play around with YouTube as much as we do with Twitch, because, I mean, full transparency, we have way more people on Twitch than we do on YouTube. Right. YouTube's more of just it's more of a convenience thing for people who don't want to sign up for Twitch, right? We can still see your chat, but in most of, like right now, it looks like we have 8 people there. We've had 27 people check in at some point throughout today's stream. Whereas on Twitch, we've had over 100 people almost all day long. So, we'll figure it out, and we're going to manipulate things and keep growing kind of as we learn new things and we test new things out. We'll just keep kind of going forward with that.
You said YouTube's. Oh, because someone said YouTube, so it sent the Stream Elements thing in the chat.
Oh.
To subscribe to YouTube.
Well, yeah. You can always check us out there, too. Any last words, Carla Marie?
No, I'm going to get a TV dinner.
What was it called again?
Kid Cuisine.
Kid Cuisine from Conagra or Conagra?
It's definitely Conagra.
We'll find out, and we will report back tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget, if you want to hang out with us this weekend, Carnival of Cocktails.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow's
That's where we'll be. And honestly, all throughout the week, Seattle Cocktail Week is going to be doing events.
So many fun things.
There are so many options. And I know this one, I believe, is sold out, but there's an espresso martini making class.
Yes, there's espresso martini. There's also like a honky-tonk thing on, is it Thursday or Friday at Dreamland?
Dance parties, karaoke. There's air guitar competitions.
Oh, karaoke's at Navy Strength Friday night. So you can do the Dreamland honky tonk Friday at 8 p.m., then go to Navy Strength and do karaoke.
All right. And maybe we'll see you at some of those events. Thank you for hanging out with us. Don't forget, there is a new episode of the Morning Show podcast available wherever you get your shows. And Carla Marie, you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.